Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of The Aftermath. My name is Ian, and as always, I'm joined by Dylan.
Coming at you from the other side.
Is that?
The spirit world.
Oh, I see. I didn't quite catch that.
Mm-hmm.
So today, for this most illustrious episode, we watched Predator 2.
Mm-hmm. The concrete jungle.
The concrete jungle. Concrete. Wow.
Yep.
This movie came out in 1990, and I mean, this feels like the culmination of 80s action films a little bit. Not quite as crazy or as out there as some of the 80s films, but
definitely a good example.
Squarely in that action sci-fi genre of just, it's real good.
Oh yeah, bonkers. What episode was the first Predator?
Oh, I gotta look that up actually. Let me see,
because it's been a while.
It has been a long time since we watched the first Predator.
Yeah, that was one of our earliest. I'm pretty sure.
I think you're right. Oh, didn't mean to click that. You're right. It has been a long time. Let's do a quick Predator.
The Predator.
Wait, we did an episode on Alien versus Predator?
Yeah.
I don't remember
Parasitic
that.
Pyramid Maze, bro.
Wow. How do you remember the name?
I remember just about like almost every title that sticks out to me.
Wow, you're right. Oh, I remember. Okay, I'm catching on now. So actually, we watched. Do you remember what Predator's title was? It's so good.
Oh man!
First of all, it was episode 76.
Oh my god!
Which is wild to think about. And that was back in September of 2021.
Ooh, which episode is this?
Well, it's almost. We got a couple months until September, so that was nearly. Oh shit! That was nearly 3 years ago.
Oh my god!
That's saddening. This is going to be episode 224.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Do you remember the title? It's iconic, I think.
Shit.
I
don't.
Stick around.
Shit. I did know it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Man.
So anyways, we had fun with this one.
We did.
I have my thoughts, but I want to hear what you have to say.
Okay.
Right off the just like your summarization.
So we start off in a big old cityscape a la Los Angeles.
Yes.
Which is currently embroiled in a very brutal gang war.
Yeah.
Between the Scorpions and what were they called?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I know it's like didn't they have like a...
The Jamaicans.
Yeah, yeah.
The Voodoo Boys.
Let's see.
Led by King Willie.
Yeah.
But, we follow the police trying to get a hold of the situation, which apparently is being held together by baling wire and duct tape. Like they're just at their wits' end with this shit. But one group appears to be thriving amidst the chaos, more or less.
They're called the Jamaican Voodoo Posse.
Dang.
There is the Colombians and the Jamaican drug cartels.
Oh, okay.
I forgot what like you said, I think they're the Scorpios, I think the other ones were. But sorry, as you're saying.
No, it's all good. We see Danny Glover, or at least his character, as one of, as far as I'm concerned, the best officers in the force, probably the only one worth his salt.
Yeah. Aside
from his compatriots. But he rolls on in with his patrol car. And the current situation they're dealing with is that the two gangs are having a shootout like in the middle of the street on either side.
Right.
2 cops have been like injured and are currently bleeding out in the middle of the street. And as soon as he like gets up to where the rest of his teammates are, he's just like, what the hell's going on? It's like, we're just trying to get to these two cops before they die. We've been told to hold off for obvious reasons.
Right.
Because it's just a wall of bullets flying every which way out there.
Right.
And he's like, okay, give me a second. I'll give you a signal. He goes to his patrol car, opens up the trunk, just looks through his like duffel bag of weapons, grabs a Desert Eagle that he's got strapped to the like underside of the trunk, and takes a couple of the bulletproof vests out, puts them in the windows, drives that thing hanging out the side of the driver's out of this driver's side door, and just pulls on in front of the cops and just gets them out of there like no issue.
Right.
Now the thing gets lit up, of course. Like they put several holes, treat it like a pincushion, and this one dude, one of the Scorpions, has two like Uzis, and is just going insane with these things. Every time you see these guys firing these things on screen, it's just it's everywhere.
Zero marksmanship.
They're not even
accuracy very low.
Right, they're not even aiming. They're just firing at random.
So they're just waving their
just
guns around,
having a grand old time.
Yeah.
But upon realizing that their firing lane has been blocked, they decide to retreat into the building to grab more guns and ammo. But what they don't know is that there's been an unbeknownst spectator to the shootout. Now, one thing they made sure to preface right at the start was that it is a very hot time of year, 109 degrees.
Right.
And if you'll remember from the first film, they made it a point to say that this thing only shows up whenever it's really hot.
Mm-hmm.
So you can imagine.
Do we know why?
I can only imagine it's just a comfortable temperature for them. The best environment to hunt in, probably.
Nice. What I'm also worried about is I forgot in the first film if I think I'm confusing. Now that I looked at our catalog,
right,
and I saw that we watched Alien versus Predator, I think I have more lore about the Predators than I think I do, because I was like, if we only watched the first one, how come I know that there is a civilization of hunters that like really thrive on the sport, and that they also like I remember specifically that sequence of like them on top of a pyramid or something.
Oh yeah, fighting off. Just an insurmountable horde of xenomorphs. Right.
And then I started thinking about it. I was like, oh, that wasn't the first film, so we didn't actually. I didn't learn that from the first Predator, but. Yeah, anyways, so.
Now that you mentioned it, they've got a very complicated relationship with xenomorphs.
I'll blame them.
Yeah, because on one hand, they're like the best and the coolest things to hunt for them.
Yeah.
But on the other, they're also very fucking dangerous and hard to keep a hold of.
Mm-hmm.
But I just love how their society works.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of big game hunters.
Yeah.
But it's like their entire species.
Yeah, that's all they do.
Mm-hmm.
I have thoughts about this film.
Okay.
I liked it a lot. I don't think that nothing can quite touch the original.
Yeah, of course.
The original, I mean, I'm not saying it was trying to.
Yeah.
But the original had some sort of charm. It had this kind of I liked the jungle element of it.
Oh yeah.
I didn't mind the cityscape variation of this one. The more I was looking at this, watching this movie in particular, I was like, man, the first film was so out there. But that's not to say that I don't think that this movie did a good job of tackling what it set out to do.
Yeah, I'd say it measures up pretty well.
Yeah. I think it was really fun, and it was a great experience. To see do the Predators have a species name?
Yeah, Yautja.
Okay. I don't think I've ever actually learned that. Or maybe if I have, I've forgotten by now. But
I'm sure I mentioned it before.
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah. The there's a lot of, I mean, there's just the right amount of gore in this film.
Oh yeah,
and like it also is, for an action sci-fi film, has a couple of scary elements. Like I think it also, like I think inadvertently,
yeah,
I don't think it was set out to do that, but I think inherently, because you're dealing with like a
straight up alien that's out to get you.
I'm talking about like a cloaked killer, like you're dealing with the kind of
a slasher villain,
a thriller suspense, like of the unknown enemy, even though we know what it looks like at this point, just to
you don't know when it's going to strike,
just to rehash it again, to re-experience that feeling through these new characters, I think is really cool. And I loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun.
Super cool.
It does feel like a slasher villain when you talk about it like that, because again, you really just kind of go through the gambit of all the characters of like, oh no,
he's next. He's on
next.
the chopping block now.
It's sad.
Grandma with the gun. She's about to get it. Oh God.
Well, no. So yeah, and I think it's also we get, as the movie progresses as well, we get a couple of more little tidbits of lore that added to them. I asked you as we were watching this, just out of curiosity, when did Alien versus Predator come out? Because I saw, well, we'll get to that in a second. But
is it 2004?
You're right, 2004.
Okay, see, I had that in my head.
Predator was 87. This one was 4 years later, I think, in 90. Oh, sorry, 3 years later in 90.
Right.
And then the next thing, I think, was Alien versus Predator in 2004. Damn, that's a while.
Oh, yeah.
And then, of course, we have Predators, which came out in 2010.
Yeah.
Not good?
I mean, I won't say not good,
Okay,
necessarily.
And then I didn't know about this, but in 2018 they have a movie called The Predator.
Okay, see, now that one was
Bad.
Yes.
Got it.
I have no qualms saying that about that.
I have no problem saying that one was a bad one.
Right.
Okay.
Like whenever a Predator's on screen, it's like, yeah, but anytime it's not, it's just, oh, this sucks.
Damn. That's no good.
Right. But I mean, it's I like to treat most of these like really silly, like stupid alien like films and Predator films
I mean,
with the same kind of like brevity that I do with a Godzilla flick. Except the first Predator, first Alien, a few of the other like alien films in this Predator film are fantastic.
All right. Then they have something called Prey that came out in 22.
See, I heard good things about that one, but I still haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I mean, a ton of people have been asking about like just more Predator movies in different time periods.
Yeah.
Like the 1715 one.
Oh. So Prey, I think, is set in a long time ago kind of situation.
Like the colonial era.
Damn. Okay.
Looks pretty crazy.
Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyways, I to kind of circle back around like we were talking about before.
Yeah.
I was asking about what time this came out because there's a few things that we like we learn about. This is the second iteration or the second installment in this franchise. And I wasn't sure if like how much lore had already kind of come about, because there's a few little seeds I think that were planted in this film that I think help flush out the kind of species of the Predator in a cool way. And I think that's awesome. That kind of and that culminates at the very end.
Right. The highest honor I could think of is being able to take down a Predator and then being bestowed with a gift.
Yeah.
From whoever the fuck was overseeing the hunt.
Yeah.
Like one of the elders, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah. That's
you've made it at that point.
Yeah.
I've peaked.
Like I was saying before, how do you put it? There, like I said, there's little seeds here and there that are planted, I think, that really flush out the kind of the Predator species as a whole. And I think that I was trying to figure out where in the timeline does also like some of the Alien stuff come out.
Oh yeah,
because I don't remember when the Alien movies were, or Alien itself released.
1979.
79. Okay, yeah. All right.
Old.
Aliens was in 86.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Really?
Uh-huh.
Damn, that was a pretty big gap.
Yep.
And then 3 was in 92. So anyways, I'm just trying to figure out where on the timeline both of these films kind of garner how much, their success, where they also can like be Easter eggs in each other's movies, which I think is really cool. So it all kind of began with Alien.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if any of the creators from the Predator franchise and Alien kind of had like or was it just like they're just kind of giving each other a little handshake?
I think it was the same deal as like Freddy versus Jason.
I see.
Like just one of those type deals.
Yeah.
You know?
They're both icons, and they're like,
well known.
Yeah. We'll throw a little thing in there.
Exactly. Let's just see what happens when we mash them together.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I was happy with the result.
Oh, same. Yeah. I just didn't know. Again, I didn't know if it was like it was created from the start. Like this was all a clever ploy.
Oh,
or was it just kind of something they just?
It just kind of happened.
That's great. I love that. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Seamless integration.
Yeah.
Anyways, as you're talking about before, we're talking like to kind of get back to the storyline.
Right. So the Predator was watching this gunfight go down.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, I'm going to get on this action. And while these, while the gang members are just hiding out in the fucking armory that's just at the ready with everything open, with all the ammunition and everything, the one dude with the Uzis just grabs a little handful of coke and just snorts that shit.
I mean, just a handful of
to
dust.
hype himself up, yeah. And he's like, come get it, the scorpion's ready.
Yeah.
And then the Predator just crashes through the ceiling and is like, okay.
Yep.
You're all dead now.
You're all dead now.
Right. Latest trophies acquired.
That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that's why the first few scenes of this, I was like, man, this feels so much like an 80s flick.
Yeah.
Just guns and
non-stop
drugs.
Action
And
right
I was
off
like,
the bat.
Man, just painting Los Angeles to be a hellscape.
Exactly.
I was
war
like,
zone.
You're right. And I was like, well, hey,
That's
not much
just
has
what it
changed
is.
from what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not as many guns, but
right. Oh, man.
But yeah.
So, of course, the police, Danny Glover included, are like, if we don't get him out of there right now, it's going to take a hell of a lot more than just a few police officers to get him out.
Yeah.
So they bust on in, start breaching and clearing. They come up on a sweatshop and then go to the door next to that. And then they see the aftermath, the crime scene. And there are bodies all over the place, chests and backs like blown open.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's
backs blown out. I'm playing.
Oh God.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a grisly sight.
Yeah.
Not something I'd want to just walk in on.
No.
And as they peruse, they're like, what happened?
Yeah. What is going on here?
They didn't just up and kill themselves. They don't even have any bullet wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all we see are just slice marks. We got, like I said, the implosions.
A chest cavity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Putting the cavity in chest cavity.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But as they progress, they see one dude, the Uzi-man, run out of there all willy-nilly freaking out because of what he's just witnessed. And he flees up to the roof, not before Danny's able to, like, make chase. But he's walking around and he's like, put your gun down, put your hands up, stuff like that. And he's zoned out. He's not even paying attention.
Frazzled.
Yeah, because he's keeping his eye out for the fucking 7
the
foot
ghost
tall
monster.
alien. Yeah. And of course he sees it, or like its silhouette for a split second, like right across, and just starts unloading. Of course, Danny's like, okay, well, I gotta put you down, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kills him right then and there, falls off the building onto a table, and
a full picnic, by the way.
Exactly, yeah, bon appetit. But
in a war zone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was our first encounter.
And for this movie specifically, there are some very well made movies today, and I haven't watched a lot of modern movies that do really good storytelling. I know that there are some out there, but like a lot of the movies I've seen recently that are ones that were not very critically acclaimed.
Yeah.
They're all part of franchises that I used to love in some capacity, and they're just kind of, beating a dead horse.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, people, for reasons that we'll get into later, people didn't like this movie.
Mm.
Statistically, there's a lot of numbers that are showing that people just didn't like this movie.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that until after the fact. Now recording this episode.
Is that like at the time of release, or is it just?
I think it's still. I think people still don't like it. I think it's because the first one is so good. There's a few things that we'll get into in the nitty gritty. I think that made it as not good as it is. But like, IMDb has a 6 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
Rotten Tomatoes is 30%, which I think is like awfully low for a movie that I don't think is that bad.
Yeah.
Google reviews have it at 87%. So, I mean, I think there are some users, like, I think people that are watching this and probably commenting on it, they do kind of like it.
Right.
I trust Google users because, I mean, that's anytime I like a movie.
Trust people more than critics.
Right, exactly. So, anyways, what I'm trying to say is that I've watched a lot of more modern movies that really do a lot of tell and don't show. And they just like really
exposition machines,
and it, to a fault where it's like, okay, you really don't like. You could just show me. You don't got to tell me. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because at this moment in the movie, this is that first iteration, and I've talked about it here on the podcast before. Chekhov's gun, / showing and not telling. Our main man, Lieutenant, what's his name, Mike, played by Danny Glover.
Yeah,
I can't remember his character's name. I know it is called the Lieutenant a lot. Okay. Anyways, I can't find him. His character is on the edge.
Right. This is the point at which you realize he has a noticeable fear of heights.
Right. And it's bad enough where, like, he's already standing up on there. He's like, ooh.
Yeah, getting a little woozy.
Ooh. And you're like, uh-oh. And then, like, he looks over to check and see if the guy's, dead. And he's like, oh, okay. And I think he says, like, a little quip or something.
Right.
And then as the rest of the team gets up there, he's like, oh, get me off this roof. And it's like, okay, so, like, we're establishing him as a character.
Right.
No nonsense kind of guy. He's a play by his own rules, even if it's to go against higher ups or whatever.
Right.
A real class
be sure
action.
To do the right thing. Red tape be damned.
Exactly. That kind of police officer. It's like we're establishing
you're
that.
a loose cannon, but you're a damn good cop.
His entrance was him in like an old 80s Chevy or whatever, and he's just like whipping through crowds of people.
Yeah.
Like and eventually, like Dylan was saying, opens up a duffel bag, looks at all these massive hand cannons, and is like, too small. And then pulls out like a small sawed-off shotgun out of the top of the trunk.
Yeah.
Proceeds to back up just to rip the door off of the vehicle. To that's like Dylan was talking about.
Right.
Like, he's that kind of guy. And you're like, okay, we're dealing with like a certified badass here.
Yeah.
And then to
probably not the first time he's done this.
No. To have him then like right within that still we're in this first act to show that little bit of weakness of like, but he's scared of heights, like kind of deathly scared of heights, and it's like
nobody's perfect,
right? And you're like, okay, we have a weakness here, and it's like, and again, no one had to tell me that except for the fact that he's like, get me off this roof, but at that point I'm like, okay. Is that going to come back? Is it not? Who knows?
Right.
But like we're in the beginning of the movie, and I think it's interesting. We got a hard ass who's also like a little bit scared of heights. That's fine.
Yep.
And then as the movie progresses, we are starting to realize that this is not his first his first strike against him.
He's got a hell of a reputation.
He's got a hell of a reputation, both good and bad, I would think.
Yeah. Broken a lot of rules, but done a lot of damn good things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in a world in this world of Los Angeles,
the lawless wasteland that is Los Angeles.
Exactly. You have to have a cop that's a little on the edge. I think, if we're dealing with people that don't give a shit, it's nice to have a cop that's like, I'll do.
Right.
I got.
Just let me do my job.
Just let me do my job. I got a job to do.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, so again, the foundation of his character, I think is great.
Mm-hmm.
It's establishing again what his kind of loose cannon ways, but you're also like, but you know what? I mean, he's not doing a bad job. Right. He's getting the work done, and again, his higher ups are also kind of a little bit shitty towards him, I think.
Yeah,
but we also kind of establish his crew. He's got a posse of about 2 that then grow into 3 people.
Right. A new arrival shows up.
Yeah. Played by Bill
and
Paxton.
His name is Bill Paxton.
His name is Jerry Lambert.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what a Bill Paxton is he's such a character in every film I think he's in.
The late and great.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
What a cool actor, though.
Oh yeah, man, he's funny in this one.
Oh, he's great. He says some pretty unhinged shit.
Oh yeah, no, his sense of humor in this one is like just off the wall, insane, disgusting at times.
Yeah,
but man, he's a good guy at heart.
Yeah,
goes by the Lone Ranger.
Luck is my specialty.
Right, surveillance is my like he's got several specialties. But yeah, he starts off as a bit loosey-goosey. Doesn't really take his new position seriously. It's like, I paid my dues. I wanted to get here. And
right.
Danny Glover's character is like, that's what fucking scares me, dude. Yeah. Nobody requests
wants
to get transferred here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no room to just, play the hero. You stick to the team mentality. And if you don't, you're going to get hurt.
Yeah. The door swings both ways.
Right.
Yeah.
After that point, he shapes up, but
yeah, I think he squares up.
Mm-hmm.
But he still maintains his wacky attitude, as you'd expect.
Bit of a goofball.
Yeah. And then we get to like our second. Crime scene, establishing our the villains and the slasher.
Right.
And boy, howdy, are we in a late 80s film.
Mm-hmm. We zoom into like a high-rise like penthouse.
Yeah.
Where
sexing it up.
Right. Yeah. Couple gets caught in the act. Turns out it's one of the Scorpions like higher ups.
Yeah.
One of their VIPs. And the voodoo posse breaks in, strings him up, butt-ass naked.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, not only do I have to kill you, but I have to take your soul.
I have to take your soul as well.
And already I'm like, can you just kill me?
No.
Can I keep my soul?
Yeah.
At least.
I got to send a message.
Right. And the dude who's like painting him up, getting the sigils all drawn on is like, this motherfucker wants me to perform some sort of voodoo magic bullshit.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know what? I believe shit happens. And then he just straight up carves his chest open to get the heart. Apparently standard fare for most of these like ritualistic killings. However, the Predator sees this and is like, oh man, I've seen this, but I do this every day. Hang on, let me show you how it's really done.
Yeah.
And
and then proceeds to one-up them.
Yes.
Not only does he string them all up, but he also skins the skin or peels the skin off their bodies.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, damn.
Let me show you how we do it back at my place.
I've done that sort of thing before.
Right.
Are you trying to one-up me?
Uh-huh.
Nah. Give me your skin.
He just walks up behind the dude. It's like he just taps on the shoulder, like, give me the fucking knife.
Get that shit out of here. Fucking voodoo magic. What is bullshit?
Right. Oh man.
Yeah. And what a scene.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it is. Like I'm watching this and I'm like, man,
we get a nice few shots of like.
I'm looking before you. You're about to say something clever. Yeah. I'm not. You're about to say something good. I'm looking at this and I'm like, they don't make cinema like this anymore.
No,
we're in this like elaborate.
And if they do, we haven't seen it.
It is. I'm getting there.
Mm-hmm.
We're in this penthouse, elaborate artwork,
right?
Crazy, strung up naked man.
Mm-hmm. Begging for his life.
And at this point, again, we got these probably at this day and age, culturally inappropriate representation of Jamaican
I'm
men with weapons and their accents, and they're like doing voodoo magic.
Right.
And I'm like, bruh. And the whole time they have this woman by the hair, and she's just butt naked and just sitting there, and they're just like drugs and weapons and a naked woman, and I'm like, bruh. If this movie,
you would never see
this movie would
today.
never be released today,
No.
or if it was, it would be burned at the stake.
Right.
And I was like, and I'm loving the whole time because I'm like, this is such a wild,
it's fun
situation. Anyways, as you were saying,
so as the Predator shows up, we get a nice demonstration of his repertoire of hunting equipment. We see the fucking strangulation net, which is one of my personal favorites,
right?
Because a regular net is already like something you'd expect a hunter to use.
Yeah.
But the fact that this thing will affix itself to whatever surface is behind the target and then squeeze whatever it's pinned down like to death.
Yeah.
That is brutal.
Yep.
But we get the little spear launcher that it's got on its
the vivisector.
forearm.
Yeah.
The big ass like extendo spear, the power pole from Dragon Ball.
Power pole. Yeah. Love it.
Let's see, we got the plasma caster, of course. Always a classic. Shoulder-mounted weaponry. I've gone on and on.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll keep going on.
Dylan's a stand for shoulder-mounted weaponry.
It is unfucking beatable to me.
Yeah.
But
SMW for those of you know.
Oh, yes. Certifiable.
Yeah.
Now, he, of course, destroys everybody.
Right.
One of my favorite shots is whenever the dude who was not but a minute ago carving some guy's heart out.
Yeah.
Steps around the corner, sees the Predator, and just screams.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, oh my God! Like, Jesus. I'd say it's an appropriate response. Like, well, what do you do
I mean,
when you see that thing?
Well, like, especially if if the cloaking device is turned off.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I don't
No. You die. That's it.
Yep.
But they come upon the scene of crime yet again and are like, okay, this is clearly
a theme.
Right, there's a third party here. And as these killings continue, they realize that it's neither the Scorpions or the Voodoo Posse, like killing each other like they have been normally. But with the extravagance of these kills, it's only fit to assume that it's some sort of serial vigilante murderer.
Right. We get the hardcore news.
Oh God!
Who keeps like who
the
seems,
media?
I mean, he seems like a third party news outlet that just is like the most conspiracy forward, like crazy man.
Oh yeah.
But he's also telling the truth, so it's like I'm not really surprised. But
right.
You know,
better that this stuff gets out there in general, but maybe not within the framework of this.
Yeah.
Like crime focused like news bit. But yeah, he makes a few appearances at every like scene. He's always like one of the first ones to show up.
Say some outlandish stuff.
Exactly. But after that, we are introduced to a Fed. What's his name?
Oh, Peter Keyes.
Yeah. Mr. Keyes.
Also known as Gary Busey.
Right. Mr. Busey Keyes.
Yeah.
Is put in charge of the entire operation as far as the two gangs are concerned, quote unquote.
Right.
And
very quickly, our main man, Danny Glover, takes
issue.
Well, yeah, and he's also like, something seems suspicious
exactly. Because it is. They're actually a group that has been tracking the Predator, trying to capture it and make use of its technology.
Right.
Now, right off the bat, I'm like, good fucking luck.
Yeah.
Because if you capture that thing and somehow forget to just take off its wristwatch.
Oh, yeah.
That it's got.
It's Irish wristwatch.
Right. You're going to...
or I said it incorrectly.
You're going to be left with a crater and not much else. Because they make it a point to not leave their technology just out in the open.
No, definitely not.
If they ever leave anything out, it's their duty to either... they will be banned. Like exiled from whichever hunting party they came here with. It's a huge disgrace. But Thankfully, that does not happen until like the latter half of the film.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, as they are going through like scenario after scenario, trying to figure out where this thing's going, where it's been, how to catch it.
Right.
Danny Glover decides to meet up with King Willie to just to see
the Jamaican voodoo posse.
Exactly, just to see if he knows anything, because this is after one of his group is killed. What was his name?
Oh, I don't remember. Oh, you mean his partner?
Yeah.
I don't have that on here.
Well, regardless, he gets one of his partners killed as he was like surveying.
Danny.
Yeah. Danny gets killed.
Yeah.
Not long after perusing the second crime scene.
Mm-hmm.
He recovers with one of the armaments the Predator used as like a little piece of evidence, but unfortunately pays the price for it. Now,
but before we continue, I just want to know that the actor's name that played Danny, his name is Reuben Blades.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's the coolest name I've heard.
I think
in a while.
I think he is I think he's a multifaceted individual. I just looked at his thing. He
got a pretty reputable portfolio.
Yes, I think he. I'm trying to figure out where he's from. I think he's like from Cuba / the Panama area, but it looks like he is like a songwriter, a singer.
Really?
Yeah, an actor, musician, activist, politician. He does a whole bunch. He's
got his finger in everybody's
That's what I'm saying.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
Apparently he's the foreign minister of tourism of Panama. Yeah. Anyway, so
That's insane.
I just clicked on his character, his thing, and I saw this, and I was like, "Holy
Brought
shit!"
up his own life story.
Yeah. He's like, anyway, but because he's from Panama, I think Cuba area. His name is Reuben Blades.
That's so fucking
Bio
cool.
de Luna. So he's got like a long name, but he
Right.
Professionally known as Reuben Blades. And I was like, bro, what a name!
That's amazing.
Sorry, as you're saying.
No, you're fine.
Yeah,
Mr. Blades gets killed.
Yeah.
Much to the chagrin of everybody, especially Danny.
Mm-hmm.
Not Danny, but Glover.
Lieutenant,
Danny.
yeah.
Right. Now, this is where shit gets freaky. Because the Predator, not only after killing like his best friend, starts stalking him.
Oh, yeah.
Pays a visit to Danny's grave, leaves a badge and a picture.
Yeah.
And this fucking kid is just running around with a toy gun. So immediately I'm like, oh, shit. And the Predator is just like leaned up against a tree watching him from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
Kid runs up to him inadvertently. Of course, he's still invisible at this point. And it's just like, you want some candy?
Yeah. Yeah.
He
saves that audio file.
Right, yeah. It's like, I'll be taking that.
Yep.
Thanks, kid. And then he just leaves.
But I think this also does a great job of another little seed that this also is a little bit more storytelling that I think inadvertently shows back up later,
right,
in a great way. Not only was the kid, he had a plastic machine gun that he was playing around with, going running around, and the Predator, whenever he was scanning him, noticed the weapon and then was about to attack the child.
Right.
And you're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the parent calls the kid over and the kid runs away. And then, of course, ends up not being killed.
Right.
And it's like, okay, wow. But that's another little piece that I didn't notice when it first happened, but then shows up later. Is like, okay.
Yeah.
So.
Operates by a code.
Yeah.
Which is another facet of their society I like a lot.
Which we learn a little bit more. It's told to us. It's less show and tell, like show don't tell kind of thing.
Right.
It's more told later,
Yeah.
but I think it reinforces what was already kind of established earlier. So I think I give it a pass.
Yeah.
But there's a theme here. It's like, okay, well, if this person is armed and there's like a threat and there's also like a fighting nature,
Pre-game,
then it's like, okay, yeah, it's fine. We're not going to hunt someone that's not going to try and fight back.
exactly. That's weak.
It's weak.
Shameful.
So, anyways, as you're saying,
Right. He was just
saved this little
on.
clip, this little audio clip.
Exactly.
You want some candy?
Uses it to scare the lieutenant,
Yeah.
but not before leaving Danny's necklace just hanging from a tree.
Yep.
Now, I don't know if this was some sort of show of respect or just a little, killed your friend.
Yeah.
Because I don't think, I don't know. It's weird to think about. Like, I don't know how this thing is thinking of this scenario. Like, if it knows it's in a graveyard and he's like paying respects and he's just left the necklace, like, here you go. Your buddy put up a fight. He was a good hunt, whatever.
Oh, yeah, right.
But, oh, man. It's freaky.
Mm-hmm. I mean, regardless, and again, it's further establishing this kind of this understanding of this species,
right,
and how they operate. And like you're saying, whether or not it was a taunt or it was a good on you or whatever, like I still think it's a nice gesture. I think it also sends a message too of like,
I got my eyes on you.
Yeah. You and your little team or whatever.
You're next.
Yeah. Because I think again that's kind of talked about later, where he's like, this thing is after the lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my,
right.
And I think you're the lion.
Yeah,
I think it already got the rest of them. Because eventually, obviously, the rest of the team gets off.
Oh yeah, we lose 2 members. One is spared because it turns out she was pregnant, Leona.
Right. And again, I think further establishing as well this kind of idea of
because after
code.
that whole train fiasco and after it kills Bill Paxton,
the Bill Paxton,
right? It just shows up, grabs her by the throat, and then like gives a quick scan.
Yeah.
And then he sees like the baby in there, and he's like, "Oh well, shit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
You're off the hook.
You're
guess.
armed, but you're also with child." And it's like,
whatever.
I'm not gonna do that.
I'll just find something else.
I've got bigger fish to fry.
Exactly.
Than to kill a woman with a child.
Yeah.
Again, but at that point, again, it also establishes like this thing is not just a ruthless killing monster. It looks like a monster. It seems out of like not human,
right?
But like there is, again, we're establishing a code here. We're establishing like there is a method to the madness.
Exactly.
And then of course, after the whole sequence is done with, before we continue on to that, I have to gush on the train sequence fight.
Right.
Not only does it start off kind of wacky, they've got like a gang that's like
a bunch of
hoodlums, like trying to
ne'er-do-wells,
trying to
shake people down,
harass this person on a train, and then of course other honest civilians pull out their guns and like none of this.
The Los
Angeles
happen. Subway,
exactly. It's
clearly the most dangerous place to be.
Right. So many people pull out their guns, including all of the gang members and the 2 police officers, the compadres to our lieutenant we're talking about here. And as this whole sequence is happening, the predator comes through and
is just crawling on top of the train and then busts his way in.
Right. And this fight sequence may or may not be divisive. I don't know how people in the grand scheme of things like this fight. Don't know how you like this fight.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the strobe light tail, like the tail end of the subway car fight. It was a it was a little bit longer than I was expecting it to be, but I think they did a great job.
Yeah.
Because of like how, if you've ever been in a room where there's a strobe light and you try to move around.
Yeah.
And
everything looks choppy.
Not only does it look choppy, but like because also you're like almost like the refresh rate of your eyes are only picking up so many things. It feels like you're moving so much faster.
Yeah.
And it's so weird. I've been in a big room where where all the lights were off and a strobe light was turned on, and I tried walking towards a wall.
Yeah.
And it's almost like I went 2 times as fast, and I'm not gonna lie, ran square into the wall because I was like, because I didn't feel like I was walking that fast, but I was like, oh wow, like my eyes weren't refreshing as fast.
Yeah, that's funny.
And so like the fact that like I have experienced that feeling of like feeling like it really is like you're only getting glimpses of what's happening, and it feels like things are stopping in time, but like everything feels so rushed, and you're like, it's so hard to like orient yourself in that environment. I
throw a bunch of guns,
yes,
gangsters, and an alien in the mix. And I mean, it's going to be a disaster.
And I think it further solidifies the kind of mysteriousness of the Predator in that moment of like, not only is he cloaked, but there's also like other people with guns.
Oh yeah.
And they're shooting.
It's a catastrophe.
And the flashing is so, I think it's so great because again, it doesn't show its full hand. Like you're only getting like little sequences of like people getting stabbed.
Oh yeah.
Or getting flung around, and it's like these like little flashes of like and it's like it's so. I think it was
taking them out left and right.
And I think it's so creative. I think it was creative. I think it was fun, and I think it kept me on my toes, and I was like, oh, it's so
really hammers home the chaos of it.
Right. There was a lot of people in that train.
Oh yeah.
So I loved it. And then, sorry, to continue, I wanted to talk about that for a second because I was like, as it was all progressing in that moment, I was like, this is such a fun fight.
Yeah,
it's like to watch, like creatively. Like I was like, I'm just so impressed by like the what little flashes we're getting are so like it just keeps ramping up and getting crazier and crazier and worse and worse, and I loved it.
Yeah.
But then as the crowd is being shuffled out and the emergency brake was pulled.
Kenny ends up having a last stand.
Yeah.
With the Predator in the last train car.
Yeah.
Runs out of bullets after they seemingly do nothing to the Predator.
Yeah.
And just grabs a machete and is like, okay.
Yep, here we go.
And as the Predator approaches, he's like, he uses that fucking voice clip of, want some candy? And it's like,
dude. And that's the thing. So like the train car is so dark and again, it's kind of still flashing a little bit. We're getting and again,
I would have fucking fainted.
It felt like a horror film because it wasn't a perfect replication. It was a little off. So I was like, some candy, and I was like,
no.
And I was like,
no, I'm kidding. I don't want to.
Get that shit out of here. And then to not be able to see what's going on, like I just see the creature, but like just a silhouette of it. I was like,
terrifying.
Nah, dude, I'm out. I'm checking out of this one.
Yeah.
But I loved it. The whole sequence was really cool, and it was a great last stand. But then, as we were talking about, to kind of circle back around to what I was saying before, whenever all the people are on the police and the coroner and all the people are there, like getting everybody all body bagged up.
Right.
This is where I was talking about the fact that he kind of, instead of it being show don't tell, he really just tells it. He's like. Which again, I don't know how he knew this, so it did kind of feel a little bit weird for them to kind of put that in there. But I understand for storytelling purposes why they did. The lieutenant is like, they're like, there was civilians that were also killed. It wasn't just gang members or police officers. There was civilians as well, and he was like, they were all armed.
Yeah,
and it's like, and again, that further reinforces like the idea of the fact that like. The potential kid being killed because it was armed and he wasn't sure what was happening and that kind of stuff. And then
if you have something that looks like it could be a weapon,
right.
The Predator may not discriminate,
right. So, anyways, so that's what I thought was interesting. Is again we're kind of further flushing out this idea, this mantra, these characters. But yeah.
Yeah, after that, the lieutenant makes it to the scene, starts looking all over to see if Kenny's alive or not.
Yeah.
So, after checking all the body bags and having that realization of everybody was armed that was killed. He busts out of the train car, starts running down the tracks, and then he sees the Predator take out Kenny's spine and skull as a trophy.
Yeah.
After which he gives chase. Like, I'm talking all over the fucking city. He gets in his... I don't know if it's his car or if he just used someone else's. But he chases this guy all over town. But not before making it to, like, one of the skyscrapers, watching him climb up with his newly acquired trophy. And then he gets T-boned by the feds.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was wild.
Oh, yeah. But this shot, which is the highlight for me, is whenever the Predator makes it up to, like, one of the balconies or just, like, outside the building that he can stand on.
Yeah.
Holds up his spear, screams at the sky.
Yeah, and he also has
proclaiming victory.
He also has the skull and the spinal cord of the in his other hand. Yeah. So it just really looks like a
like a fucking character. Metal album cover.
Yes,
is what I would use. Yeah, lightning strikes his spear and he is electrocuted. It doesn't even do anything to him. Dude. He just doesn't care. He's yucking it up.
Yeah.
And after they T-bone the lieutenant, they just shove him into one of their trailers.
Yeah.
And they get to the head honcho and is like, "Sir, the cop is back." And he's like, "Motherfucker,
we always show up in the worst places."
Right. And he just starts taking him through the motions, like just vaguely explaining like what the operation's about, what they're hunting, and how this thing functions, what they've learned about it so far. So they've been studying his like hunting patterns, where he goes, and it just so happens that he comes to this slaughterhouse full of beef just to eat every so often. And that's where they've set their trap, which is just like a bunch of liquid nitrogen. And a bunch of like particles that have scattered. That way it makes them like visible to them. What they didn't factor in is that they know that he's able to see in like one spectrum of light. What they don't know is that his technology allows him to see in other spectrums of light. Seemingly every single one but our own. So they mistakenly like get a whole team prepped and ready to go. A bunch of nitrogen guns.
Yeah.
That are like the size of drum barrels.
The cryoblasters.
Exactly, yeah. And they think they've got him cornered. But as he just surveys the areas, you can tell he knows something's off.
Yeah.
And as soon as he gets to the right setting, he's able to see their flashlight beams and is like, "Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha."
He cycled through like a couple of different like views of what's going on. And so it was like he's like circling through different, I guess, frequencies of light.
Yeah.
So the ultraviolet lights are all like scanning around. He was able to kind of really hone in on those. And he's like, I see what's going on.
I got you now.
I got you now.
And after they all get huddled around, the lieutenant tries to warn them that like he knows what they're up to. He can see them. After which he just goes out of the trailer, taking like one of the feds at like gunpoint. It's like, "Open the door." And they apparently, I'm assuming because they're so infatuated with this thing and trying to keep it alive, that they just don't care about the guys on the inside.
Yeah.
And they're just like, wait, no, don't. And he's just like, "What the fuck do you mean don't? They're about to die." So he just busts on out of there, gets a bunch of equipment like bulletproof vest, guns, a grenade launcher on a rifle, and just makes the best entrance possible. After the Predator's like taken out all but one of the guys, he just fires off a grenade round, busts into the slaughterhouse, and then just starts having a one-on-one with the Predator.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about you, Ian, but even if I had all of that weaponry at my disposal, I still wouldn't like my chances.
No. No. No.
No. yeah. You. I was about to say there's no working around that.
I mean, the thing is, if I had nothing left to lose.
Oh
this
yeah.
Is why I think I really enjoyed the idea of it in the first film, because it really divorced you from all of civilization.
Oh yeah.
You were just in the woods with a hunter.
You, the jungle, and the Predator.
And there's really no way out.
Yeah.
So it's like
you got to fight.
It's either survive or just lay down and die.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like at that point, if those are my options, I may give it a shot.
Right.
Do I have any hope? Probably not.
Yeah.
Now, if I was like in a modern setting, no. I mean, like that for me at least, I'd be like, unless, like I said, which is why I think the movie does a good job of establishing the love for his companions. So that way, like the deciding, like, and fighting factor for our lieutenant is like he has lost his group.
He's out for revenge.
He's out for revenge at this point, but he's also doing it for like the city as well.
Oh yeah,
you know. So like, there's a lot of different layers to it where he's really, I think they really
hope.
Right, exactly. And I think that he also feels like that he probably does have a little bit of an upper hand in this scenario. But you're right, though. I would still be shitting myself.
Right. The sprinkler system ends up going off, and of course this disables the Predator's cloaking abilities, so already that's a point in his favor.
Yep. Which was also hinted at earlier in the film. Every time he walks through a puddle, it makes it all kind of weird and
starts to short out. Now, upon realizing this, the Predator takes cover, like, I don't know, behind a stack of shelves.
Yeah. And
the lieutenant just unloads, like, nicks him a couple times on the helmet. Of course, it bounces right off.
Right.
But I want to say that the Predator is able to, like, change positions, or the lieutenant just gets behind something, is just trying to keep an eye out.
Mm-hmm.
He gets that forearm launcher ready.
Yeah.
And just fires off a shot, hits him square in the chest.
Yeah.
Apparently, that bulletproof vest is the toughest thing on the planet, because I don't know how that's going to hold up against whatever alien material that thing was made out of.
Well, the good thing is, I think they showed that sequence where, like, it looks like it dented it and stuck it inside of him,
right? And
it was still like hot.
Oh yeah,
so it's like glowing red. So I'm not sure what's going on, but like he quickly takes off the vest,
on the ground, and he's like struggling to get this thing.
Yeah, because he's like, get this shit off me. Because again, at that point, it probably did. Severely mess it up, but he's doing okay.
Now the Predator is able to get close enough to, like, begin, like, the worst possible scenario you could be in is close quarters combat with a fucking Predator.
Yes.
Because these things have blades, knives, sharp sticks.
Yeah. Extendo spears.
Everything you could possibly imagine and not want to run into.
Right.
Now, I can't remember how exactly this plays out. He's able to outmaneuver the thing just by, like, I say outmaneuver, but what he really is just running for his life.
Yeah,
like, just
he's doing a pretty good job. And then I think at a certain point in time, we thought that. First of all, before we continue, let me talk about the most iconic picture of this. Before the lieutenant blasts through the door, there's this sequence where the Gary Busey's character Peter is already there, and he's like in the suit. He's one of the team members that are there with the ultraviolet lights and stuff like that. And there's a moment where he has his shoulder mounted weapon trained on him.
Right.
And then as the door gets blown off, the Predator turns around.
Yeah. And just does a no-look fire.
Yes.
Just to finish him off, supposedly.
Exactly. But misses him a little bit.
Yeah,
but we
all
get
it does is graze him, turns him into Two-Face.
We get this great sequence just for a brief moment where he has the biggest eyes and a big, like, open mouth going,
oh yeah, absolutely terrifying,
and it's hilarious. It's a great photo, and I'm looking at it right now on the IMDb,
because it gives you, like, that projectile's eye view shot of it just zooming straight at his face.
Exactly. So eventually, as the lieutenant's running away, Peter Keyes ends up, like, getting back up, and it's kind of fine. He's like, get out of here. This is personal between he and I, or whatever.
Right. I'm going to save your ass in this whole city.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
This was after the lieutenant unloaded, like, an entire shotgun into the Predator, right?
Yes.
Now, that's one of my favorite moments, because
so great.
It's enough to floor the damn thing for a little bit. And he's, like, just slowly inching up on it because he doesn't know if that actually did the job or not.
Yeah.
Pokes it with his gun, nothing.
Yeah.
So, of course, he tries to get a closer look, just to get a look at its face.
Yeah.
Because at this point, I'd want to know what the fuck this thing looks like, too.
Right.
He undoes, like, the pressure seal on the mask.
Yeah.
Just takes it off and is like, Of course, he says the line, "You're one ugly." And
Yes.
then the predator wakes up, grabs him by the throat, and says, "Motherfucker." I'd like to believe that this one in particular has spent enough time around humanity.
Oh yeah.
Enough to learn like a bit of profanity here and there.
He proves that later.
Oh yeah.
And I love this.
Yeah.
I
finishes the
love this.
line, then throws him to the side.
Yeah.
That's when Gary Busey shows up and saves his ass. But not before the predator pulls out the
vivisector.
Right. The blade, the fucking blade disc.
Yeah.
And just hooks it at him and just beheads him right then and there.
Yeah.
So, thus begins the city chase.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, this episode's going to be a little longer.
Yeah.
Because I'm not even done gushing about this film. This fight sequence, so good.
Oh, yeah.
Especially whenever you know a little bit about the predators and how, like, that's what they live for.
Right.
Is like a good...
Their reason for being.
Yeah, is like the hunt,
is
the chase, is the trophy for for vanquishing this foe.
The better fight you put up, the more worthwhile you are to them.
Yes. And I because I know that, I love the fact that like that our lieutenant is kind of this one particular predator's like magnum opus, like that. This is his like.
It's like this is the one.
This is the one.
This is my life.
Yeah, and I think that's awesome. And I do that. The movie so far has done a great job of setting up our lieutenant as that character, where he's like not going down without a fight.
Oh no!
And I think it's great, and it all culminates to like we're talking about with this sequence on the roof where they're chasing each other, and he ends up grabbing his spear and then pushing him off of the rooftop, but not before the predator also takes him with him.
Oh yeah. And
they both are on the ledge of this building.
The lieutenant's like his arm is hanging off the side with the predator hanging on.
Yeah, not only does he has the vivisector disc
jammed into the side.
Yeah. And then he also has his left arm holding onto the shoulder of the lieutenant, and he's just like hanging there.
Right.
And it's like, oh shit. And then so
he says the next line out of the lieutenant's mouth says, "All right, pussy face, your move." And the predator responds with shit. And then he cuts his losses and activates his self-destruct wristband.
Yeah. And
it is the funniest fucking thing in this whole film.
It's the most human response out of an alien, but like it's so good.
It is. It's the fucking best.
It's the perfect response, but it also is exactly what I was thinking in that moment.
Yeah.
And it's like, how clever.
It's so good, dude.
It's funny, but it's so apt for that moment. Your move, pussy face.
It's like, all right, here we go.
I love it. And at that point, the lieutenant, in a very last ditch effort, grabs the disc, chops off the predator's arm, cuts it, and then ends up destroying the self-destruct thing.
Right.
And
it's down to the wire, dude.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And then we get this great sequence of him like cauterizing his wounds in this like
breaking out the first aid kit.
This old couple's bathroom.
Oh god. This poor lady.
Yeah.
With the fucking what are they called?
Moo.
No, she's got
like a weapon?
No. Like the
hair curls?
Yes, those. Yeah. And she's just like stereotypical old lady. Like in loungewear.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Someone's in the bathroom, wake up." And of course she just puts her ear up to the door, hears that thing screaming and wailing as it's like healing itself. And so she grabs a broom.
Yeah.
As if she's gonna beat whatever the hell it is in there out of her home. But the next thing we know, the predator just busts out the
the whole doorway down
and just starts like tearing through the drywall in this place. Everybody's stepping out of their apartments like, what the hell was that? As the lieutenant is able to make his way into the bathroom,
Yeah.
he scares the poor old lady and he's like, "It's okay, I'm a cop." And she responds with, "I don't think he gives a shit."
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
Oh, man.
That's perfect.
Like, jeez
Yeah.
Louise. It's such a good line.
But then they ends up fighting their way to the ship, or their kind of like base of action.
Right. It jumps down the elevator shaft.
Yeah.
The lieutenant follows suit, but not before almost being crushed by said elevator.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
He's able to suspend himself above the hole that they've made in like this, what I'm assuming is like a subway.
Yeah.
And that's where they've got their ship parked.
Right. I love the look of the inside of the ship. It feels so alien and so strange and kind of like there's a form of like art style or like look of it where it's all like it feels so biological, like the shapes and the contours, all these like weird curves and holes and stuff like that.
Right.
Anyways,
there's a permanent layer of mist about.
I was just about to say
knee
that.
high.
Dude, I love this low-hanging fog. This thick, low-hanging fog in this area is so cool. And I think it does such a great job of like this mystery of the area.
Definitely.
You see the skulls that were introduced earlier in the film, and then we get to see
the whole trophy case on display.
You see the xenomorph skull, which is so cool. Like on the left side, they got that really cool, like really big skull or whatever.
What I can only assume is either a dragon or an alien dragon.
Yeah, right. Or a bigger alien dragon.
Right.
And then we get a wonderful fight sequence of like hand-to-hand combat with the lieutenant and the predator. And
at this point, he's still got that disc on him.
Yes.
So the predator starts out with one of those constrictor nets.
Yeah.
And it almost gets him, but not before he's able to cut loose with that disc.
Right.
Saving grace. And then it's like hand to hand.
Yeah.
Again, even down an arm, a predator is not something you want to fuck with.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it's so... Dude, it's so good. This whole fight sequence, especially from the perspective of like a predator, like wanting a fight.
Oh yeah.
And like this guy putting up a fight. It's like, oh man, this guy's just living for it.
Oh yeah. It's like you've only made me cooler.
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna get a prosthetic. I'm probably gonna make it a fucking sword.
Hell yeah.
If I kill you, I'm gonna be the bossest motherfucker back home.
Yeah, dude.
Unfortunately, that won't be the case for our man.
No.
Because he...
even the lieutenant on his knees was able to just give one last freak you.
No. He's like, all right, you got me.
Yeah.
And then he just gives him a little gut check with the disc.
Yeah.
And he really just jams that sucker in there. Like, he's like, you killed my friends, I'm going to make you feel it, all right?
Hell yeah.
Like, jeez. And he's just standing there like screaming and wailing like, I'm fucking dying.
Yeah.
I can only imagine like while this is happening, he's screaming to like the other predators like, do not kill this fucking thing. Oh my God.
Let me do it. Yeah.
Oh man.
It's great. And it's an awesome experience to see that last final moment where he slashes up into his left, and whenever he does, like this fluorescent green blood also like splats out, and like the practical effect of that I mean, especially with this like low hanging fog like I'm talking about, whenever the body falls and this like of like smoke around him, and then and the body's gone, but like it's so cool, and the only thing you see is this faint green glow,
right? The luminescent blood
from beneath the smoke is like so badass and cool.
It's awesome.
I love it. And then this is the moment where the rest of the tribe comes out.
Yeah, the entire hunting party shows up and is like, well,
all right, drag
the
body away.
They get the city hunter up to like perform the proper like funeral rites, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But not before the elder on the ship is about to like walk away, and then he like pauses for a second. He grabs an old flintlock pistol that he's got in his belt and just tosses it at the lieutenant. Is like, take it. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go now.
Yep.
Man, it's so fucking cool.
It's so badass.
Mm-hmm.
And this is basically the end of the film.
And I love that they all respect it.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
They're all,
if you're able to kill one of us, you're the real shit.
Yeah.
We're going to let you off the hook this time.
Yeah.
But we're coming back.
Right.
If you're still alive by then,
Yeah.
you better get the fuck ready.
Right. Go clean yourself up.
Mm-hmm.
Go heal your wounds, and then we'll come back around
Get
for round
strong.
2. Yeah. Which I think is so cool.
Uh-huh.
And I think, again, the movie establishes a lot and then really pays it off at the end.
Oh, yeah.
And then at the very end, the helicopter comes down and one of the goons from Keyes' party.
Right. He's like, what the fuck happened in there?
You're ruined it. And he's like,
don't worry, you sons of bitches. You'll get another shot.
yeah. But I love the demeanor of the lieutenant afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
This guy's like so pissed off.
Covered
so
in
mad,
dust.
covered in ash from the ship leaving.
Almost vaporizing him.
Yeah. Blood, scars, you name it. His shirt is torn.
Mm-hmm.
He has a flintlock in his hand. He just for the first time witnessed alien life and bested them in battle, and also got their commendations. Like,
oh yeah, I'm fucking done.
To go back to what you were saying before, to answer your question, when you're like, if you were met with that, would you be able to fight? And I'd be like, no. But like, if I had the
pluck,
if I had like there's no reason to go on except for just to fight.
Right.
And I did like follow through with it, and I did give it my all and actually succeed in that regard. I feel like I would have the same demeanor that the lieutenant has. After this guy gets all pissed off and flies away in his helicopter and is like all pissed off that they
it's
missed
like
opportunity.
Dude.
But like his whole
fought
yes,
an 8-foot monster.
His whole countenance was just like, is what it is, buddy.
Yeah, you're fucking nothing, okay?
Yeah.
Get the hell out of my face.
I want you to know that I
nothing will ever phase me again after what I just did.
That monster just gave it his all, and I almost didn't make it.
Yeah.
Except for intuitiveness and luck. And
Yeah. No.
That's it.
Go away.
Yeah, don't even try. But again, that's what I'm saying. Like at that point I'd be like, yeah, dude, just I don't give a shit.
No, I'm going home.
I don't care who
I'm
you are.
I'm gonna frame this gun.
I don't care who you think you are.
Right.
What I just witnessed, just go.
You zip.
Go
you
somewhere.
jack shit.
You ain't nothing to nobody.
You ain't nothing to me, man.
You ain't nothing to me, man. Anyways, so to kind of round this out, I know we're basically at time, but I do want to touch on. Oh shit, we're over time.
Oh fuck,
that's okay. I want to talk a little bit about some of the kind of fun facts that I saw for this film. The first one being that people are kind of mad at Arnold Schwarzenegger for this film.
Oh really?
Yeah, it says that.
Oh yeah.
It says he was asked to reprise his role as Dutch in Predator 2. But there's a few varying accounts of why he didn't do it. Some early reports suggested that he didn't like the story, while producer John Davis said in 2011 that the deal broke down when Schwarzenegger had asked for $250,000 more than what they offered him. In our interview, basically, so I'm sorry, I was doing a little bit reading ahead to see if it divulged anything else. It basically said that James Cameron later said to people that he told Schwarzenegger that if he did Predator 2, he wouldn't be able to do Terminator 2. So Schwarzenegger just did Terminator 2 instead. Yeah. And of course, he kind of threw out a large sum of money.
Right.
But people are kind of upset with him because they were like, he was being too greedy. But on the other spectrum, people were saying, but then at the same time, he probably was like, I want to do Terminator 2 really badly. And if you're going to pull me away from that project, you're going to have to pay me substantially more than James Cameron's paying me for. Yeah. So, I get it. Who's to say? But at the same time, I'm on his side. I probably would do the same thing. If I had the opportunity to do Terminator 2, and
you better believe,
and I was going to get paid as much as he got paid for that film, you better.
It's going to take a lot.
It's going to take a lot. It's going to take probably however much 2024 is equivalent of $250,000 is to pull me away from a project like that.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, the cool thing is also they mentioned here that also Bill Paxton, was had starred in Aliens, and he's also in this film, so it's kind of a fun little crossover between the two.
Bit of a callback.
It said that also Steven Seagal was considered for the role, but Hopkins just didn't like him in the role, so they were like, they didn't really care for that.
Yeah.
Some of the pre-production stuff was saying that where'd it go? That
he's lost it.
According to the writers, Jim and John Thomas, I almost said that wrong.
Oh no.
Jim and John Thomas.
Right.
I almost said Jim and John Thomas.
John. Oh Jesus.
A Predator sequel had not been planned, but they had to wait to see how successful the Predator comic book series would be. After the series was well received, the producer was convinced
we got the green light.
Got the green light. If I'm not mistaken, it also says here that that they had when the Predator gets shot in the slaughterhouse sequence by Danny Glover, the person in the Predator suit, Kevin Hall, had blood packets filled with the luminescent fluid from a glow stick mixed with KY jelly.
Oh my God.
Oh no, attached to his body to create the glowing green blood.
Wow.
So it's glow stick and lube. Dude,
Jesus.
that's so funny.
Yeah. Wow.
It said that the actor in the suit, Kevin Hall, again, had studied African tribal dances in order to get the feel and flexibility of the Predator and to give him a personality.
Yeah, it's
just kind of fun.
Works.
That's so cool, dude. Where's the one? There's one that I saw and I can't remember.
Was it about the dance?
No, I haven't seen anything about any kind of dance, but I had seen one about the gun that you're referring to. I can't remember where. I can't see it.
The gun.
The flintlock itself.
Oh, right. The 1715 pistol.
Bummer.
Yeah. Big bumper.
What was the thing with the dance you're talking about?
So I don't know where this came from. I can only assume it was some kind of special feature or what have you. But I have seen a clip of all the Predators, like from that ending sequence after they just come out of the mist, all uncloaking and whatnot, just yucking it up, breaking it down on the like middle of that set.
Yeah,
just dancing. And I looked this up beforehand just to see if I could find it, and I didn't see it anywhere. So I'm like, where did this come from?
I wonder if it's like a special feature on the disc or something like that.
Maybe. I got no clue.
It also, so I think I found the two that I was talking about. One was saying that during the finale, when the elder Predator hands Danny Glover the flintlock pistol dating from 1715, the writers, Jim and John Thomas, had thought of an idea for a potential Predator movie, which would take place in a time where there was no modern weapons available to combat them.
Yes.
Which I think is super cool. But then not only that, also I looked here and it says that this was the first film to be given the NC-17 rating in the U.S. for its graphic violence before it was recut to its final theatrical length.
Damn.
The film was recut over 20 times,
oh God,
according to the director, because of more graphical shots of mutilated bodies and decapitations by the Predator. The final scenes were deleted from the final cut of the film. A subplot involving Maria character's pregnancy, the chase sequence where Danny Glover tracks the Predator all the way to the slaughterhouse, the slaughterhouse. Oh gosh, I think someone misspelled something.
Oh.
So it says that it was distracting and was extensively longer, and it was
okay.
kind of anyway. So the phrasing was weird as I was reading it. Gore and mutilation in all the murders the Predator had done, including Bill Paxton's in the tunnel.
Damn.
And it says also that the Predator's sound consisted of pre-recorded animal sounds such as cats, tigers, lions, and bears.
Yeah, he's definitely at some points a bit more high pitched than usual. Because in the original film, I mean, it was all like the clicks, like the low like growls, and then the fucking roar whenever he is fighting Schwarzenegger for the first time.
Right.
But in this one, I mean, he's like all over the place. But I do like both versions.
In the climax of the film, you see a xenomorph skull in the trophy cabinet.
Damn straight.
This was in the script as Hopkins was touring Stan Winston's studio. He saw the xenomorph skull on Winston's wall and said, "We have to have that in the movie."
Can I use that?
He quickly storyboarded it in there. Fox wanted to cut it out, but Hopkins fought to keep it in.
Wow.
Damn, dude.
A legend is born. That's hilarious.
Yeah. Bill Paxton was one of 2 characters to have been killed on screen by an Alien, Predator, and a Terminator. The other was...
Did you say an Alien?
Yeah. I'm sorry, by an alien.
I was about to say.
I think they also spelled that wrong as well. By an alien, Predator, and a Terminator.
Wow.
The other was Lance Hendrickson.
Damn.
Wow. How
They really
how
put him
fun.
through the ringer.
An alien, a Predator, and a Terminator. The whole gambit there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's... Shortly after filming had finished, someone had stolen various props from the set, including the xenomorph skull.
No fucking way.
It still has never been discovered.
Dude.
What?
Who the hell? I mean, shit, I ain't blaming him, but damn.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a thing to make off with.
That's wild.
Holy shit.
Yeah. All right.
That's amazing.
All right. Well, that's basically it for the fun facts. Like I said, there was a few on there that I wanted to read that I didn't have a chance to fully.
Yeah.
And I think that some of the
It's all
articles
good
I
to
read
run out
were,
of the timer as it is.
yeah, it's all good.
Gotta leave in like 2-3 hours.
Oh my god. So anyways, to kind of round out this episode, I was trying to talk with Ethan, but I forgot that he's doing more sponsorship stuff out in Chicago with his
celebrity.
I won't
doing
say,
a photo shoot.
I won't say any names here because again, I'm not getting paid to say any of that.
Right.
But he is. So whenever he gets back, he can say all the names.
Oh yeah, all the juicy details.
Yeah, but so I know for the past 2 weeks we have had a release of a little playthrough we got going on, but this week we're probably not going to have one unless Dylan and I decide to do something crazy coming up. But who knows?
Good.
So I don't want to promise
there.
anything now. But so if we decide to do something, check it out. If not, who knows? But
Right.
as I've said the past couple of weeks, you can go to @Hindsight Studios on YouTube, and you can find all of our podcasts there. And you can also find our 2 playthroughs of Metal Slug, which were pretty fun. We have some cool ideas, I think, for some other ones coming up.
Oh yeah.
Ethan really wants to play through Zelda, so we're going to try and set that up really soon, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of a game that I want Dylan and I to just kind of sit down and do a cozy playthrough of, but... Oh, dude. We've been joking around about it enough that I feel
One
like
of these
we should
days
just
we're gonna
do
have
it.
to do it.
We should just do it, I think.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, if you can go ahead and give us a little comment, let us know how you feel about all this stuff. Give us a like, subscribe to the channel. It'd be really awesome. I really appreciate that.
Indeed.
But until next week, thank you so much for listening.
See you.
Bye-bye.